Most gym classes in school, especially those which exist separately from health class, dole out grades based on participation. A student who attends class, dresses properly, and participates actively gets a high grade, and one who skips class and refuses to put forth effort when he or she is there receives a lower grade in direct accordance with just how much effort is or is not observed. This makes sense to me. I like the idea of a gym teacher taking notes on student effort, especially if it's towards individual growth goals, and providing grades at the end of each week based on that effort. It wouldn't make much sense for a gym teacher to walk in on Monday, tell every student that they have to run a mile in under 6 minutes, do 100 push-ups within 10 minutes, and bench press 200 pounds by next Friday, and then grade all of them based on the rate at which they achieved those goals. A PE teacher who did such a thing would be maligned by administration and colleagues alike. The same administration and colleagues, mind you, who assess all the other subjects in the same way. Most can easily see why it's not fair to have the state pick an arbitrary set of benchmarks they define as objectively physically fit and then grade every student based on how well they can perform those tasks by the end of 1 year, 1 semester. Different students have different physical abilities. A 95-pound student may run the mile in 5 minutes, but have no chance at benching 200 pounds or rattling off 100 push-ups in 10 minutes. A varsity offensive lineman weighing 250 pounds might be able to laugh while hoisting a 200-pound bench press, but spend 6 minutes just struggling to run half of a mile. We clearly recognize the lack of fairness as applied to physical demands when contrasted against physical potential. If you were to say it wasn't fair to expect that 95-pound student to bench 200 pounds, most people would agree with you rather than accusing you of just not believing in him enough and painting you as the bad guy. Strangely enough, however, that's par for the course in academic courses. Every student in a math class is expected to score proficiently on the exact same test at the end of the course. Throughout the class, they are taught lessons and given tests and quizzes to constantly rate them with an average grade. Of course, parents and teachers who want students to be successful teach them that high grades are important, and many parents even punish students for bringing home grades that don't meet a given standard. There's little consideration for student growth or effort and supreme consideration for a number on a report card. In my opinion, this cripples the intrinsic value of education for many students. I believe it's the primary reason that students cheat. If I've been taught that what's important is my grade rather than how much I learn or how hard I try, then why would I work hard in a subject that I'm naturally not talented in and have always struggled with, knowing I'll be punished or labeled as a failure or near failure because of my struggles? It makes far more sense to avoid the rigor, cheat on the test, receive my good grade, and appease my parents and instructors, then move on. It's not like some bubble sheet Scantron can fairly assess my knowledge, growth, or effort anyway. I think we could learn something from gym teachers.